Welcome to this video about the Pressbooks Directory. So in this video, we're going to just quickly look at what the Pressbooks Directory is and how it can be used. So right now you can see I'm actually in Pressbooks Directory. Here's the location. And this is accessible anywhere to anyone who has an internet connection. All you need is this link. You click on it and you'll land on this page. Now, anyone with a Pressbook instance that publishes that Pressbooks within that instance, those resources will be put in the local catalog, the local directory, Pressbooks. But there's an option for you to include it in the Pressbooks directory, which is this right here. So right now, as you can see, there are close to 8,500 open access books available from 207 Pressbooks networks globally. Okay? So for anybody looking to use open resources, the Pressbooks directory is one repository to have on your list for OER that are created specifically through Pressbooks. And I've just mentioned that many educational institutions are using Pressbooks as one of their OER platforms. So you can see, in order for us to find resources, we can search using different criteria. For example, you can search by the license, which is what I'm on right now. You can search by the subject, put in the subject. You can search by the network, and these other elements here you can use. So when we are looking at the record, what you can see is the record. Right now I don't have anything, so it just comes up with a default. There'll always be curated collections. These are curated by the Pressbooks folks. And if, for example, you want to look at interactive OER, you can click on this, and what it'll do, it'll present you with interactive OER down here. So notice these interactive OER have a lot of H5P within them, which is one of the ways in which the authors make them interactive. So, So that's how we can do that search by that. Now, one of the other things, so if I'm going to I'm just going to go back to my default collection. One of the other things we want to see here is we want to see the format in which the books come. So the format generally is going to be, on the left will be an image. At the very top will be the actual network from which that resource is published. The title will be here along with a link to the actual resource source. And then you'll see there's a license information here, how many H5P activities, words, and then specific additional metadata connected to the book. For example, the subject, when it was updated, the language, the editors, authors. And then here we have a little summary of the resource. So that's the process by which all of your search results will be provided to you. So you can see here, we have 91. We have the license over here. This is the number of words, authors, subject, institution, so all this information. So one of the things that we will say is, if you're going to use this, you get these search results, what can you do? Well, if you click on the result itself, so let's click on this one. If I click on this, what Pressbooks will do is it'll open that resource in its network. It's network location that's provided there. So you can see here it's at Campus Manitoba, and here it is. And you can see here what we've got is the information of the title, the authorship, a little abstract, the license, And then over here, we have different formats which you can use to download this book. So that becomes important for people because you want to provide your resource in multiple formats so that more people can access it. And then below here, you can actually click on all the different chapters and go in and read. You can read this online using this, or you can download one of the formats, depending on what you want to do. You can also provide the link to your students in your LMS, which is something else. So one of the important things to note before we leave is that it's important to make sure that you have appropriate metadata added in. And the metadata is right below here. The more information you provide, the better it is for people to discover your resource in the directory. Thank you for watching.